Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, love. Thank you. You guys probably all recognize all these voice lines, right? And why? Why do you recognize them? It's because you probably played Overwatch and you've probably had people spam thanks in video games and the games. Well, I'm just gonna kind of clarify why people do that in this video. Now, you know, when that one person picks Hanzo and the whole team just spams thanks, that's not really what I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to really kind of break down why people spam thanks in Overwatch. Sarcastically, of course. It's not like, oh yeah, thanks for choosing Tracer when we have a McCree, Genji, and Reaper on my ranked game. That's not what I mean. It's always sarcastic in Overwatch. Always. It will always be sarcastic, and it's just a thing to do. I do it myself sometimes. I'm gonna show you guys a quick clip of me just spamming thanks because we did not have another tank on my team. That's right, guys. We didn't have 2 tanks on the team, and that's why I spam thanks. Now, the reason I did that is because I am diamond ranked and the other people on the team were platinum. One was gold, unfortunately. No offense to you gold players out there. Trash. But yeah, so diamond, platinum, and gold. And you would think at least gold players should know that you need 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 attack characters. It's not really rocket science when it comes to playing Overwatch now because the game's been out since May 24th. So if you are playing Overwatch and you have a team of 1 tank, 1 healer, and the rest are attack characters, you are doing it wrong. Or even if you have that random Bastion that thinks he's a tank because he uses his ultimate. Sorry buddy, you're not a tank. You're not really a tank. Only when you use your ult. And even then, you can get blasted pretty easy. But the reason people do this in Overwatch is because, like I said, they know the meta. And they think most people do, and obviously they don't. And I think people need to be informed about this, and that's why I'm making this video. So usually, in team comps, like I said, you want 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 attack. And generally, this is for offense and defense. Now, of course, some heroes can be substituted depending on who you play and, of course, the map. For example, if you are holding a point on Eichenwald and you only have Soldier as your attack, and you have a Symmetra, Mercy, and 2 tanks, and maybe someone else to deal damage or zone, maybe like a Mei, then that's good. That is a solid team to hold the first point on Eichenwald. Most people, but the reason people spam thanks is because they think everyone knows that type of common sense in Overwatch, and they just don't. And some people think people are doing it just like to be kind of like toxic and just spam it to be angry at the team because someone died, but that's not the reason. And the reason I did it in my game earlier is because I was trying to basically say, hey, we need another tank. And yeah, I even spammed group up, and I spam grouped up when we first spawned in Hanamura because I wanted another tank. I wasn't trying to get people to group up in the spawn and not defend the point. That was not my intention. My intention was to say, hey, we need another tank, but at the time I could not use my mic. But yeah, so the reason people do this, just don't get angry, don't rage at the person. Don't spam thanks back because you're not helping the problem. If you know you're choosing a hero that's not good for the team comp, once again, 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 attack is generally what the composition you want when you're playing Overwatch, especially competitively. If you're playing quick play or no limits, that doesn't really matter because no one really takes that serious anyway. Especially no limits. When you have a team of 5 Toy Burns and a Symmetra, no one's gonna say, hey, we might need a tank. No one cares. But when it comes to the competitive level, you are putting other people's ranks in jeopardy when you choose a certain hero. You need to take into account other people's ranks when you do this, when you make these decisions. Even if you know the meta and you're stubborn and you don't choose a certain hero because you don't want to play them, you are affecting not only yourself but every other player on your team. So those 5 other players will probably lose just because you didn't want to play a certain role. The reason people spam thanks in the game, they're not trying to be hilarious. They're not trying to be comedians. They're really just trying to say, hey, like, thanks a lot. You know the meta by now. Why are you choosing this hero? And this is just to help you guys out because I'm diamond ranked. So just to help you guys out who are below gold, that is the meta. And that besides that, there is the tank meta. I know that's going around now and that's pretty popular. I played a few games with the tank meta, and I have to say that if there are 3 tanks, say a Roadhog, Diva, and Reinhardt, the support you should choose immediately is Ana. The reason you should choose Ana is because Ana is not only a support, she can deal damage as well, and she can also stop the other healers from healing. So if you have 3 beefy tanks and the other team can't heal for a while, and your Reinhardt's swinging and Roadhog's hooking and Diva's using her defense matrix and getting some damage, and that's a lot better than say a Lucio who doesn't really heal that fast and could basically put your whole team in jeopardy when it comes to heals if you just have a Lucio and there's 3 tanks and no other healer. That's not how the meta goes. You want to choose healers with very strong healing capability but also damage capability as well. So say Zenyatta. You don't really want to have Zenyatta either by himself because his healing orb can only be on one person, whereas Ana can shoot people simultaneously. So you want to have at least an Ana, or I would say Mercy, if you want to kind of be more defensive. I guess if you're holding point, Mercy is a little better because she has the revive, and she can kind of go from hero to hero. But yeah, guys, basically that's the reason people spam thanks, and you guys should kind of you should have figured out by now that there's certain metas that work, and of course ones that don't, that make you end up in gold or below. But if you want to get to like platinum or diamond or master rank or whatever, I haven't gotten there yet, but I have a few friends. You have to have the right kind of mindset when it comes to the meta. So that is why people spam thanks. So I hope you guys have gotten some knowledge on Overwatch after watching this video. And if you liked it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if I'm worthy. Alright, I'm hoping to make the next video better than this one. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Peace out.